What's good, YouTube? It's jazzlovesmma here, and we're gonna be breaking down the UFC Fight Night Apex Manel Kyoji Horiguchi card, starting from the early prelims. Then we'll go up to the main event. Let's get it. Shane Collins versus Otari Tanzilovi. Yo, I don't know who this is. I don't know either of these guys, but I know Shane Collins. I've seen some of his clips on Twitter. Shout out Taylor Johnson on Twitter. He's the only reason I know this dude. I'm gonna pick him by KO, rounds 1 or 2. That's my only reasoning. I think this dude's the second Georgian on this card. It's very interesting. I know there's some Georgian account on Twitter that really hypes up these guys, and so I wonder if he's like a manager for these dudes and help them get on here. Either way, moving on to Carol Rosa versus Luana Santos. Carol Rosa, somewhat well-rounded. Luana Santos, a very great grappler. Showed her last fight against, was it Corden? Melissa Croden, where she showed the holes in her grappling and kind of just dominating the grappling for the entire fight. Carol Rosa, she did the same to Nora Knorr, but she couldn't finish her. I think she had some tricky moments on the feet. I am gonna pick Luana Santos here. I just think that Luana Santos is just a little bit better. I saw Carol Rosa lose to Aylin Perez, who I think Luana Santos is a little bit better than. I saw her like get outstruck by Aylin Perez, and that's just a bad luck. Like, she didn't just get out grappled, she got outstruck. And I think Luana Santos could do the same. Carol Rosa's getting older. She's not really the best. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good fight for Luana Santos to win like a pretty basic 29-28 decision. If she gets the sub, I'll be impressed, but she didn't get in her last fight against Croden, who has like a clear grappling, who had a clear grappling. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a grappling gap where I think Luana Santos should have gone the sub, but she didn't. So yeah, I think she'll get a good decision here. Leon Shabazian versus Levon Shokeli. Both these dudes literally look like homeless people fighting. Leon Shabazian is obviously the brother of Edmund Shabazian, who we just saw fight, like 2 weeks ago now. And then Levon Shokeli, I don't know who that is. Leon Shabazian has loads of subs on the regional record, on the regional scene. He has losses to Ryan Loader by round 1 KO, pretty bad luck. He lost to Phil Rowe by round 3 KO on the Contender Series. And yeah, Gabe Green also, he lost to Gabe Green. So I'm not liking his losses, but I have no idea who Levon Shokeli is. He's probably a good prospect. And I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to pick Leon Shabazian by decision, maybe submission. You know what? Let's check Shokeli. I just looked at his topology a little bit before this, while making my predictions. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm assuming Leon Shabazian trains at a good gym. He probably trains at Extreme Couture with his brother. But I have no idea who Levon Shokeli is. Why is he a -3? Well, I get it, because Leon Shokeli is kind of shit. But he also lose Lorenz Larkin 2 years ago by round 1 KO. Goichi Yamauchi by armbar. He has loads of KOs, so I think he is dangerous. I think it's really either he gets subbed or he chins Leon Shabazian. The Shabazian armbars. He's coming off an armbar submission. We are picking Leon Shabazian. Who did he even beat? Did he even beat someone good? No, his wins are pretty awful on the regional scene. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Shabazian by submission. I don't really care. Probably a decision, but he probably just gets chinned by Levon Shokeli. But we are riding with Leon Shabazian. I really don't care. Both these guys look homeless, specifically Leon. Moving on to Gaston Bolaños versus Michael Oswald Jr. Gaston Bolaños coming off the loss to Quang Lee. I think he got dropped and subbed in round 2. Michael Oswald Jr. coming off the fairly competitive fight with Luke Riley, where he showed his decent volume in boxing and he showed a very incredible chin for not getting finished. I don't even think he got dropped. I think he got rocked, but he never got dropped. Michael Oswald Jr. had a win before that. What did he do? He beat Lucas Almeida, I believe, by KO in round one, who came in that fight injured, but still, I think he'll get a KO here against Gaston Bolaños. He has decent power, he has good boxing, he has decent volume, he trains at a good gym, and I don't think this this is the Gaston Bolaños is the Ilya supporter that showed up against Gaethje. Um, but yeah, I don't like the loss that Gaston Bolaños has had. I don't rate his Katorius, Morpheus, whatever, whoever that little black guy they fought, like a little really short fight was that a featherweight? What was I doing at featherweight? I don't rate that win. That dude was like pretty awful. And yeah, then he got dropped and he was looking really bad against Kwang Lee, who he was able to drop some dude that fought recently. I'm gonna have to look at. I'm gonna have to look at it on Topology. I'm really forgetting. I'm blanking on his name. What fight is this? Well, then I might as well talk about the win. Which he got out grappled by Cortavius Romeus. That was a pretty bad look. Quang Lee. It's like Luano. Santiago Luna. There you go. I was flipping the name. Santiago Luna. And that was just a bad look. I like for Santiago. Right, getting dropped by Quang Lee was a bad look. So getting finished and submitted by Quang Lee is a bad look. Jiao Long Army takes another W. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I'll pick Lucas Michael Oswald Jr. by KO rounds 1 or 2. I think he'll eventually find a shot and break Gaston Bolaños. Moving on to Alan Nascimento versus Mitch Raposo. Nascimento on a good win streak ever since losing that split decision to Gear, coming off the win against Cody Durden, where he subbed him and dropped him for elbow. I think he got a dart stroke. And then before that, he had a very dominant performance against Jafel Philhall. Mitch Raposo coming off his only win against Absen Maxim, something like that. Maxim, who also took Gear to a very split decision, arguably won. But Mitch Raposo isn't really that good. And he's gotten subs by Jake Halley. And I think Mitch Raposo has heavy hands, he has decent boxing, he has decent wrestling. But he's not that good. He took Andre Lima to a close decision, split decision. Took Suman Werji to a split decision. Did nothing in those fights. Just made it really boring by smudging them against the fence, not getting the grappling off. So in theory, he's like, oh, he did pretty well, but it's like not really. And I think just Adam Nascimento is going to be able to find a sub here, and in rounds probably like round 2, because if Jake Halley's subbing you, Adam Nascimento should be able to, whether it be from a knockdown. I can see this being a decision, but like an Andre Lima doesn't really have the jiu-jitsu of an Alan Nascimento, and Sumer Werji, he's striker, he doesn't really have the submission skills, and he wasn't going to follow Mitch Raposo to the ground. And Maxim is a striker who kind of just let the fight fall apart from him. And yeah, I don't think Alan Nascimento is going to have a performance like that, hopefully, for my pick. But yeah, I'm going to pick Nascimento by round 2 submission. But I could see this becoming a boring decision. Moving on to Bia Mosquito versus Melissa Mullins. Melissa Mullins. Bia Mosquito coming off the Montserrat Hendon performance, where she knocked her down, then subbed her. Melissa Mullins, not having fought in her life, she was supposed to fight at UFC London. Those who remember my UFC London predictions, one of my bigger videos actually, earlier in my YouTube career. Not career, but early in my YouTube. I'm a Melissa Mullins fan. Justice for Melissa Mullins. Luana Carolina, I think, pulled out because she fucking missed weight, like 7 pounds or something like that. But sadly, I don't think Melissa Mullins is gonna win this fight. I've seen her get out grappled recently by worse competition. I forgot her name. She fought recently. She fought on the Canadian card. But I like Melissa Mullins. She's fairly skilled. I think she is pretty good, but she did get out grappled by Zelensiakova. That's right. who she beat previously, but I think she got a moment, she got out grappled, she got out struck, and I think Bia Mosquito's just be able to get the takedown and get a submission win here. I would love for Melissa Mullins to win. I love Melissa Mullins. I'm a big fan of her. Justice for Melissa Mullins. I don't know why this is the matchup they gave her after Luana Carolina. They could have given her a layup after that, but I guess she's being used for Bia Mosquito, which would, I don't honestly, if she beats Melissa Mullins, it's easy as she's beat her last two opponents. That's really impressive for me. So, yeah. Andre Lima versus Kevin Borjas. I'm one of the biggest Andre Lima fans ever. This dude's awesome. He looks like he's dead. What is going on with this weight cut? That's making me less confident. Andre Lima coming off a great performance against that Spanish dude. I'm forgetting his name. I did a prediction for him recently for an Apex card. I'm gonna have to look at him too. But Kevin Borjas coming off the Emmanuel Rodriguez KO loss, where he looked good. I think he dropped Emmanuel around 1. But Andre Lima's coming into this fight undefeated as Daniel Barras. Yeah, he beat Daniel Barras by KO round, submission round 3 after dropping him with body shots. And honestly, he looked pretty good in that fight. It was the most statement-making performance, but he looked pretty damn good. And he's had pretty good performances throughout his career. He's looked good against Felipe Dos Santos, where he just out-grappled him for all 3 rounds. The Mitchell Poser fight was kind of iffy, and yeah, I think that's kind of his over. The Barras, he just dominated, put belt to ass on Barras. But Kevin Borjas is tricky, but he has a very simple game, and he likes to check lead hook. And I think Andre Lima is a good enough striker to not get clipped by that and dropped and fucked up by that, because that's Borjas' only weapon. It was shown against Emmanuel. It was okay, well, all he's doing is leaving his lead hook out there, looking to counter. And this is short notice for Borjas. It's not super short notice. I think it's a couple weeks or a couple months, because Lima was supposed to fight on the Canadian card, the Winnipeg card. Then this got moved here. They had Lima be super inactive for no reason. But I think Lima's gonna get a round 2 KO here, or round 3. Because Kevin Borjas is tricky, but I don't think this is going to see a decision. I think Kevin Borjas will get KO'd. He just came off a pretty bad KO loss too by Manuel Rodriguez in Mexico. So yeah, I see something similar happening here by a cleaner striker. I think Manuel may be a better boxer, but defensively he's a little unsafe. I think Andre Lima is a little bit cleaner for his work. So I'll pick him by round 2 KO. Moving on to the main card, Vinicius Oliveira versus Andre Fili. Vinicius, Walt striker, coming off the pretty bad performance against Mario Batista where he got subbed in round 2. Tried to get up, left his neck up, and got snatched. Andre Fili coming off the loss to Jose Delgado, where honestly looked pretty good. Won round 1. I think he dropped Delgado in round 1. Lost his next 2 rounds, but he grappled Delgado. He looked pretty good in that fight. Even though I thought he lost pretty clearly, he had a good performance for himself. I know this is kind of short notice. This is short notice for Andre Fili. I think he's going to win a decision here. I think this move up isn't going to be that good for Vinicius, because he's not that big. He was small against Batista, and I don't think Batista's that big of a bantamweight. Andre Fili's pretty tall. He's pretty big. He's not the most muscular dude ever, but I do think he's a pretty decently sized featherweight. He's as tall as Melky Costa, who's a pretty tall dude, and he's kind of wide. He was the same size as Jose Delgado, who's a massive featherweight. So yeah, I think he's a pretty well sized featherweight. His chin worries me, but he didn't get chinned by Delgado. Has Vinicius really hit that hard? Maybe a featherweight he gets his massive power raise, but I think Philly's gonna outscale him on the feet. Vinicius is outskilled Ricky Simone, but it's he's never really fought someone like Andre Fili. I think Andre Fili's gonna piece him up. he may get like rocked or dropped in a moment, but I think he's gonna school Vinicius Oliveira here. I trust in Andre Philly just being better. If he does like a dumb mistake, like he did against Monkey Costa, where he just put himself in a gilly, maybe he wades in with no defense and gets chinned. He has gotten chinned by Dan Ige, so that's just a possibility here. But Ige kind of has like we've seen him chin those the taller dudes in this division. He chinned fucking Sean Woodson, not in round one, but still. But yeah, no, you see, now talking about the Dan Ige performance has me really worried. Dan Ige does hit hard though. Like Josh Emmett even said that he's like one of the hardest hitting dudes he's ever fought. Obviously, LA support is there too, but like I think he does more damage with his hands. He's like probably like naturally heavier hands than Ilya. That's like a whole different topic that I could have explained maybe better in my punch power tier list. But yeah, I do think that Oliver and Vinicius Oliveira is going to be good enough to beat Philly. And if he does, if he proves me wrong, I'll be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked, but I think I'll be impressed if he's able to knock out or beat Philly, because maybe it was the weight cuts that were fucking him up, but I don't think that he's like the way he fights is naturally just gonna help him against his style like Andre Philly. Moving on to Melsik Bagdasarian versus Murtazali Magomedov. Bagdasarian's been out for ages. Had to pull out of fights, I think, due to injuries. Last fight was John Silva, where he had knocked down round one, what TKO'd. Magomedov coming off the continuing contention. I've been waiting for this dude for a while. He killed a dude to train with like Team Khabib like once or twice, and he knocked him out in a round. I'm gonna pick Magomed by round one KO. He's very fast. He's a very skilled striker, and I know Bagdasarian is too. And he was kind of like doing well against John Silva for round one, but I think when there's like a speed difference, I think Magomedov's gonna clip him with like a really fast cross, and then like put him out similarly to how John Silva did. So yeah, that's gonna be my pick. Magomed by round one KO. Hyder Amil versus Christian Rodriguez. Hyder Amil in a bad 2-fight losing streak. His last loss was Jamal Embers, where he got grappled. And then Christian Rodriguez, his last fight, I believe, was Andre Philly, where he lost pretty clearly. So it was like a decently competitive decision. Sorry, I have to drink water. I don't know. This is a really tricky fight for me to pick. I wanted to pick Hyder Amil, but then I was like, dude, he's not that good. Like, he did look pretty bad against Jamal Evers. He's like death gassing. I think that fight was short notice for him, but still, it's like it was such a bad performance that like I don't know if I can pick him. Like I really do think I have to pick Christian Rodriguez to be able to mix it up, and he made a very close decision of Milky Costa, who was like pretty good, especially in the higher part of the division. And like Hyder Miller, he had a close fight with William Gomez, but it's like I don't know. I'm gonna pick Christian Rodriguez by decision. He's good. I think he's more skilled than Hyder Miller, so I'm gonna be able to trust in that. Christian Rodriguez does well against untested prospects. That's why he has a loss to like Julian Erosa and then Andre Philly, because he's better at beating the untested guys than because he's not good enough to be highly ranked, but he's able to show these untested guys like Cameron Smotherman and not Cameron Smotherman, Cameron Simon and Austin Bashi and Raul Rosa Jr. These guys, you can show them the weaknesses in the game. And I think stylistically, Hyder Miller could be shown something similar. I think he even beat Bulgarian. I might be mistaken. So I feel like he should be able to beat Hyder Miller. But I don't know. I feel like when he's a favorite, he loses, and when he's an underdog, he wins. So do I have to trust? Do I get just trust that, and I just pick Hyder Miller? But now these Jamal Emmers was able to like beat him, man. Probably Christian Rodriguez lost to Julian Rosa by sub. Then he made a close fight out of Andre Philly and Milky Costa. I picked Christian Rodriguez by decision. This is the co-main. The co-main event, Ion Cutelaba versus Navajo Sterling. I think Cutelaba is coming off the Umar Sai win, where he gillied him in a round. Navajo Sterling coming off the Bruno Lopez KO win. Tricky fight for me to pick, honestly. Cutelaba was good. He has very good grappling. But he had a really stinky fight with Bukowskis. But Navajo Sterling has some pretty bad performances as well. They both fought even Urslan, but I think Cutelaba had a worse performance against Urslan, but of course, he made Urslan look worse when he fought Sterling. But I think I'm going to pick Navajo Sterling here by decision. I think he's just going to be a little bit better on the feet. I don't think he'll KO Ion Cutelaba. He's shown that he has to you have to be really chinny to be KO'd. And Navajo Sterling doesn't have that natural instinct, I believe, to get a KO here. He has really good grappling. Defensive grappling, I think he's pretty good. There is that where he gets taken down and subbed. I feel like the odds are too wide that something like that could happen. Because Cutelaba is good, he can find a gilly, he can get subs. He has really good grappling and an arm triangle can be there. But yeah, I just think Sterling will be a little bit better on the feet. He'll defend the grappling and win like a really close, probably uneventful decision. That would be my prediction. In the main event, but no Kape versus Kyoji Horiguchi. I know everyone loves Kyoji Horiguchi. Listen, I like Kyoji. He's really cool. But I'm picking Manel Kape by KO in round 3. I think Kape has gotten better since their fights. And he's really good. I think he's really building into his own now. Especially on this new win streak he's on. He's 3-fight KO streak. 3-fight win streak. He has had to cheat in 2 of them. Nutshot Bruno Silva. But he was ripping him to the body really badly as well. And he got nutshot the entire fight. And then he eye poked Asu Amabayev a lot. And then that's what led to the finish. He did have tricky moments against Asu. But Kyoji also had made a really tricky fight out of Amir Albazi, who was coming off a really bad brutalization against Moreno. And he did clearly beat and clearly kind of schooled Amir Albazi, but it wasn't the best performance. I felt like he could have KO'd Amir. And I think Manel Kape would KO Amir Albazi. You know? He would probably KO Tagir as well. So Horiguchi's good, and I think this will be a very close and tricky fight for Kape because of the in and out movement of Horiguchi, and someone will finally be able to match him in his speed. So there's a chance he gets knocked out because he likes to keep his hands down. But this is the apex, less space for Kyoji to move around. So that'll lead into Kape's pressure. So I just think Kape will eventually find him and chin him with a right hand down the pipe or something, or right hook. I don't know. I could just see a big right hand hurting Kyoji against the fence. Kape's landing some big ground and pound, get stopped. So yeah, that's gonna be my prediction. I don't think it's gonna be like a round 1 KO, round 2. I think it'll be like a round 3, late round 2, early round 4 KO. Yeah, Kape's chest is looking filled out, so that's what yeah. Not my most insightful prediction video ever, but I am pretty tired. It's late in the week. The White House card took all of my energy, and it even dragged into this week. It was like everything was still about the White House card coming into this week, so I feel like this card has kind of gotten underrated. But yeah, I do think I'm gonna have to pick Manel Kape. To recap, if you even got to this point, I think Manel Kape's low kicks will do well here. I think that's something that. Well, I mean, Kyoji also has a pretty good low kicks, but I think his kicks will do fairly well here. But Kyoji high kick may be something as well. I think Felipe Dos Santos was doing very well to use that. So this is a really tricky fight to pick. I feel like they should be more even odds. I don't think 165 is the right pricing for Kape, but I'm still gonna pick it by KO. I was really impressed against his Royval performance. Kape by KO, Navajo by decision, Rodriguez by decision, Magomedov by KO, Philly by decision. On the prelims, Lima by KO, Mesquita by submission, Natsuki by the submission, Hazel by KO, Shabazian by decision, Stanzos by decision, and Shane Collins by decision. Shout out to Taylor Johnson on Twitter. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below. Who you guys picking for this main event? It's a pretty tricky one. Will you guys even be watching this card? It's kind of been swept under the rug. I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to be enjoying it. There's fights I'm excited for. There's prospects I'm excited for. So I'm hyped for it. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoy this video. If you guys will enjoy this card. Yeah, I'm still getting flamed for my Ilya Taporia video about him beating Gaethje. Or that I said he would beat Gaethje. My bad, bro. But yeah. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.